What is everybody? Welcome back to Truth and Transparency. Make yourself known. At some point in the video, you are going to hopefully enjoy it. So hit the thumbs up. But hey, if you do not enjoy it, then there's another option and you can thumbs down. I will never tell you how to think or feel. That is all on you. Nancy Guthrie's, well, this is 48 hours out from Monday. It begins now, and the family comes out with a very simple video. So we're going to discuss it.
Savannah Guthrie has just posted a new video. Let's listen.
We received your message and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
We will pay.
And here now is Paul Moore, retired NYPD inspector, Fox News contributor. Paul, I want to play the video released by the Guthrie family again for those who may have missed it. Let's watch.
We received your message and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
All right, so, man.
What is your reaction to that latest video?
Yeah, look, I'm just seeing it like everybody else. Just read it.
Yeah, that's just so you guys know, that's the first I saw it. I was live before about a topic that I'm covering. God, excuse me, hold on. They're basically saying that if they don't pay on Monday, she's dead.
So let's look at it very closely, the way Ted Williams did. I think where it gets most troubling is when you go near the end. So let me just tease it out similar to the way Ted just did. We received your message and we understand. That feels to me like there's something new. And one of the things we've all been talking about is, have they established a protocol to speak to each other?
Paul, I want to play the video released by the Guthrie family again for those who may have missed it. Let's watch.
We received your message and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
All right, so this is very valuable to us. Like, the money is valuable to us, and we're going to pay it. I mean, this is very valuable to us. Like, this is, they said that she doesn't say the word she. She says, this is very valuable to us.
This is the.
Why wouldn't you say, like, our mother is very valuable to us? Why would you use that language? This is very valuable to us. That is out there for me.
Understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we.
This is very valuable.
This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
I mean, they can say that this is about, I think that people out there are saying, yes, it's about her. She's very valuable to us. But I'm saying the words that are coming out, I'm telling you, this is very valuable to us. We will pay. That tells me that portion of it is about the money. This is very valuable to us, right? Is this money, and we're going to pay, but I don't know. I would say this is very valuable to us. I don't know why I would ever say this is very, I would be saying our mother is very valuable to us, right? I mean, hey, again, whoever gave them the words to say, they consult with the FBI. But I will tell you what the FBI will tell them, though. Do not pay unless there's proof of life. So this is what's interesting, is that if you follow the FBI's protocols and you've been having them consult with you this entire time, right? Well, guess what? Their protocol is do not pay unless you get proof of life. Okay. This is valuable to us, getting her remains back. Yep. That could be 1000%. Could I see it that way? Absolutely. That's what we said the first deadline was, is now you can pay now and you can remember what I said in my last live? I said that this is torture. Okay. This is torture. They're going to be living the rest of their lives. Every single day is going to be like this.
What is your reaction to that latest video?
We received your message and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her.
To celebrate with her is a celebration of life, though, as well. I mean, we have no idea what they're saying. To celebrate the return, all of these things.
This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
What is your reaction to that latest video?
Yeah, look, I'm just seeing it like everybody else.
Celebration of life. Okay.
Again, for those who may have missed it, let's watch.
We received your message and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace.
The only way that we will have peace.
This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
What is your reaction to that latest video?
That to me is like, we still want our mom. We still want our mom, even if she's not here. We still want, when's her birthday? You guys can check that out. I'm saying this is about closure. This could be about, this is, yeah.
Video.
Let's see what they say.
Yeah, look, I'm just seeing it like everybody else. Just read it.
Horrible.
So let's look at it very closely, the way Ted Williams did. I think where it gets most troubling is when you go near the end. So let me just tease it out similar to the way Ted just did. We received your message and we understand. That feels to me like there's something new. And one of the things we've all been talking about is, have they established a protocol to speak to each other? This sounds like they got something that is different from the note, the second note, that none of us were really sure was the same people originating in the same place as the first note that the authorities were taking seriously. Now, one of the points I've been making is that if the second note were from the same people, I think they would have included, once again, the crypto wallet.
Who's you guys and everyone's buying what? I don't know about you, but when's the last time that you turn on your television and this is what was going on your TV? There's nothing to buy here. It's called assessing the situation. No one's buying. No one's buying a movie ticket. Absolutely. When I see dumbass comments that I catch, I put that shit on blast and I blasted that motherfucking shit. That is dumb as fuck, what y'all wrote right there. And I say y'all as in that person.
It's not definite, but that would have very much been a proof that it was the same people, because that's a long, unguessable number. And first of all, it goes to the fact that they want to be paid. So I would think it would have been in the second note, not definitive, but perhaps. This feels to me like it's something new. And therefore, I have to think that they did establish some way to talk to each other, one way or the other. That could be good news for the investigation because you have something else to work on. Let's go on real quick. We beg you to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. Celebrate what? That feels to me like a euphemism, right? Celebrate her life, something like that. Also, return our mother to us. Let's look at not so much what's being said as what's not being said. If this note had said something like, okay, we're glad we've had a meeting of the minds.
Unless they're going the route that, hey, say this like you think that she's dead and you're going to pay. If I don't know, didn't they say there was like 2 different options or something? so you can pay the option and like return her to us. Like, you guys, whoever did this, if they communicate or do anything, and they're going to get caught. So right now, if she's dead, in my opinion, there is no more. I mean, you're done. Like, what was the, like, again, it goes back to motive. What was the motive of all of, what was the point of all of this? Was it truly to get money? Okay. But return. So we can get caught, you know? What's the plan? What's their plan? How would they ever plan? How could you possibly plan to literally keep the bargain, right? If you're on the opposite end. Here, pay, give us this money.
Let's set up the exchange. Would it not have very, very different verbiage? Would it not have said something like, thank you for getting in touch with us. We're ready to move forward, waiting further instructions, things like that. In fact, I would argue there would be nothing public, right? Further, if there were a good protocol to talk to each other, she wouldn't be making a video.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
she's sending this out for them.
Well, because they could have been told, like, we're not communicating with you. We're not communicating with you. Like, to give you anything, like that whole message or whatever. Why would you ever communicate? If you communicate with them, that is how you get caught. You know, use the media to communicate.
To hear this, right? And let me just close the loop. This is the only way we can have peace. To me, that is the most troubling line. Peace.
Well, it goes to everything that we've been saying earlier, guys, is that for the rest of their lives, this is, if we don't know what happened to our mother. We have no idea what's going on. We have no idea where she's at. Every day, the rest of your lives. I mean, I don't understand. I pay. I pay deadline 1. Why would you pay now? Because you just want her?
Not, we can't wait to see her. This is great kind of thing. Peace. When do you talk about peace? You talk about peace when you're talking about closure.
Yeah.
Right? And then finally, this is very valuable to us. Well, of course, your mother is valuable to you if she's alive. That, by negative inference, to say she's valuable, to have to say something is valuable, that tells me that it's something you might not normally think has value. And that goes to the idea that we want her. I'm just going to be frank here, man.
Yeah.
You're asking me, I'm telling you, her body.
Yeah.
Yep.
No,
Right?
and
That's everything that I believe, that the 1000%, how that's exactly what we just said. So but one has to ask themselves, if these are the terms that you were given, if you need, again, this is the other thing that's crazy. Why is it such a big secret on what the letters say? And the only thing is, if for future prosecution, is that what you think someone's going to confess to this? You think when you catch them, they're going to confess to it? So you're going to tell us something only the person that wrote it or did it would know? Bullshit. TMZ has it. These outlets have it. Okay? Put out the letter. Put out all the messages. Or maybe they're just maybe they're reaching out and they're just simply saying, is like, maybe all of it isn't, we don't believe you. You know, the things that you told us, like, we're already thinking that our mother's dead because we don't buy into anything. All of this whole ransom shit, it's all bullshit. She was dead the moment that she left out of there because of what y'all did. So I don't know who Lena is. Sorry. What these people did. That's called victimology. That's all we've been doing, is looking at victimology. It's very obvious what the victimology here is. An 84-year-old woman was taken, and it's not just an 84-year-old woman. It's an 84-year-old woman who's the mother of Savannah Guthrie. That's who was taken. So was this woman taken because of who she is or who her daughter is? And people want to say, again, I don't I don't buy into the politics. My channel is not political. Okay. I treat this as a true crime case. Okay. If politics are involved, that has to do with victimology. That's it. Period. You understand that? That means you're able to eliminate things. Basically, the guy down the street didn't take her because she was blowing somebody else. Okay. Yep. That didn't happen. This is a true crime case to me. There was a person abducted, an 84-year-old woman. I think you're a coward to take an 84-year-old woman. I think a fourth grader could do that. Okay. But the question is did they do this for money or did they do it for a different reason? And if they were interested in getting paid, then hey, maybe they would have had different terms if they wanted the money. Maybe these people will just pay without proof of anything. So they'll pay. You know, so this is sad. This isn't how you handle political differences. Okay? You don't go around and start abducting people's parents. You don't go around and start fucking with 84-year-olds. I think it's weak. I think it's coward. But I'll also tell you what I think's fucked up is we have so much technology, right? So much technology. Would love to know what the evidence has unfolded. She was there at 9:48, having to, leaving, going back to her house. You have digital evidence that's pointing to this happening at a certain time. You have cameras that maybe aren't right up against the house, but by God, they're in the area. There's not that many cars that are out during that time. Start eliminating things. Just, you need to treat this case like any other case to investigate it with the evidence. And eliminate things. Based on what I've been seeing from people, even if you were to have like a golf cart or an ATV, that area, you're going to get, it's all pricker bushes and shit. So going off and, hey, I'm going to go off with an ATV this way or that way. I mean, why does the blood stop where it stops? That's so important to me. The blood stops where it stops. And you can't put a car there. So that's just, it's almost like they threw a bag. They were able to stop the bleeding without it being able to drip anymore.
And I think a part of that was the next line. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And I was going to say the fact that they're saying, and we'll pay.
Exactly.
Well, we'll pay has been there all along.
Exactly.
No, and we'll pay. Like, we'll pay. We'll pay. We'll pay knowing the rest of our lives that we did not pay the ransom.
And the fact that they'll say, so what are you
Or we'll pay the rest of our lives knowing
doing now? You're saying
that we're not going to have anymore. I mean,
going to pay for something that maybe had less value than it had yesterday.
Yeah.
So just as an investigator, I'm telling you, piecing this thing apart, I hope I'm wrong. I think that's clear, but I don't think it's a positive sign.
Paul, I just got one question for you. You alluded to this, that they're communicating back to whoever has her mother with an Instagram post as opposed to through some sort of channel that's established. I would imagine they're speaking with law enforcement and coordinating this with them. Would you say the same thing, basically, that law enforcement supports them putting this video out there this way?
Who gives a shit? I would do whatever I wanted to do. I mean, what are the feds paying the money? You know what I mean? So when the feds want to say like, no, don't pay the money because you don't have proof of life, and I would tell you to go fuck yourself. Like, right? I don't care about the money. Here, whatever.
Oh, 100%. We all know that when they did the first initial response, that we saw law enforcement going in with a ring light. And in fact, you know, when I got that report, I was asked, what do you think? And my first blush was, okay, they're going in with a camera and lighting. Maybe they're going to film a search warrant here so that if they get some incriminating evidence or something.
I mean, we have to remember that this had like two deadlines. So what's the take here? That law enforcement was like, here, ask for proof of life right before the deadline, you know, but you're not going to say anything like, we have it ready to go, we just need proof of life. We're going to do that other, 4-minute one.
They can demonstrate how they got it. You do things like that. You film locations. But when I heard a ring light, well, we all know what a ring light is, right? That's what people use to make selfies, and they put the videos on TikTok and all of that. So when I heard that, I began to think, all right, social media, and that was in fact.
These guys are fucking all idiots. This playing out over the media, to me, is part of it. You understand? Like, that's part of this.
To us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
Yeah.
I want to pose this similar question to you, what we were just discussing with Brian Enton. Does this language strike you as very specific? And
honestly, this is, I think it's very dangerous. Great way to say it. This is very dangerous. This is dangerous. This playing out over the media like this. Basically, who's next? Who's next?
not only saying they will pay, but begging, quote, to return our mother to us so we can celebrate with her, adding it is the only way we will have peace. What are you making of this new video tonight?
So I had done my weekly podcast with Harvey Levin, Two Angry Men, and TMZ had the original note, or one of the notes that followed on the heels of a note that was sent to two of the television stations in Tucson, supposedly. My belief was that when they asked for proof of life and when they said they would pay, and I was asked, do you think they will? And I think they will. And specifically that there is a crypto or Bitcoin demand. I think they got the proof of life, and I think they are willing to pay because they want her back. And the reason I think they made this next step is they do have proof of life, which I hope I'm right, because there were quite a few people speculating a lot more negative.
I think it would be proof of life that she's dead, and that here you can still have her body though. But I mean, what is he talking about? Proof of, do you guys understand that that is,
outcomes. And so I'm hopeful in that sense that that's why they've done this. I'm hopeful that that deadline came and went and that there was no negative action taken and that they've now communicated and they are communicating that they will pay.
I see. So as you're alluding to, this video followed a new
how are they
note.
communicating? What the fuck is he talking about? Oh my God. I mean, unless Harvey's over there telling you stuff that that isn't coming out.
Sent to the same local TV station in Tucson just yesterday. We believe the FBI reviewed that, but we know that that did not provide proof of life for Nancy. Do you believe that behind the scenes some proof of life has come forward and that's the reason we're seeing this new statement from the Guthrie family today and their pledge that they will pay?
Look, I'll preface it with complete speculation, but based on doing this for quite a while, that I will tell you that this to-do tape is very encouraging to me, at least as an observer, because it's me. They in fact have some kind of proof of life or something that was proven, and based on that, I think that we're getting to the point right now where we're going to see something very encouraging very soon.
Yeah, that is good to hear, and I hope that is true. We know in just a matter of hours, meanwhile, it will be 1 week since.
I'm going to go back to my original thing. I said that there was a ransom to pay. If you want her alive, you pay on this date. Okay. Which would have been Thursday. And then if you don't, then you can pay on Monday and we'll let you have her body, you know? I cannot believe though that he thinks that this is because there's proof of life. Like, I think there'd be proof of the body. Like, and that would maybe be like, you know, remember when the FBI went back over there and remember the blood spatter pattern that's different than the rest of like just the gravity droplets? Okay. Well, if you put somebody's, I don't know, maybe like hand down on the ground, right there, and I don't know if you were able to like to hit the finger and break something of some like one of her fingers and then place it, and then you told them and just one word, go on the roof, you'll find a piece. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just saying that spatter pattern that's on. That's just what I would think. I would think that the first thing is you can have her back. This is what it would be. Now, if you want to pay and you don't pay this, then you're going to get, this is just ridiculous. This is awful. And it's playing out over television.
Nancy disappeared last Saturday night. She was dropped off by an Uber just before 10. She was last seen at that time, and it wasn't until about 12 hours later that her family realized she was gone. They reported her missing. In your experience, how important is that 12 hours for investigators? And also, we see authorities not naming any suspects or persons of interest.
Never.
Is
Me
that
too.
unusual in your mind? And do you think that's really the case, or are they just playing that close to the vest?
One of the reasons that I am encouraged, and obviously everybody wants a good ending here, is that she's alive. And I think one of the reasons that you're very encouraged, or I'm very encouraged, is that first, it's generally not 12 hours, but generally 24, 36,
something like that. I'm telling you.
You want to make sure that nothing untoward has happened. And the fact that they didn't have proof of life when these first messages were sent, and the fact that they've done a second video and they now believe after that first deadline, number one, that the letters or the communications were legitimate is a great sign, because that means that somebody is holding her and that presumably she's safe. And number two, the fact that they are appealing to somebody's conscience or empathy or sympathy, I think is also encouraging as well, because that gives, they may know a whole lot more than they're letting on in this sense, and rightfully so. It goes to answer your question. Why are they not naming somebody? The fact that the messages that are being sent are empathetic or sympathetic leads me to believe that they have a pretty good idea as who this might be.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.
That's not what I heard. I just think it's time to put out the put out both of them. Any message that has come out, I think that's time. I think it's time to put that out. If you have messages that, whatever these letters say, now's the time. Let's see that they did a call-in show.
And we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
So
Yeah.
that's the short clip that was posted moments
It's
ago.
her
On
body.
context.
They want her, just return her to us. They're gonna tell a location, and she's gonna be there. And so now one would have to ask themselves, like, I mean, but then this goes everything against what Harvey was saying. Like the basically, if you don't pay it the first time, then the second deadline, it gets significantly, it's more, there's more consequences. It's like, what could be more consequential than your life, your body? I mean, that just doesn't make any sense to me. All I know is that this letter is going to surface one day, and Harvey is going to look like a fucking idiot. That's what I think. The one lady saying that this was like a paragraph, and Harvey's over here talking about it's got a beginning, a middle, and an end. And what?
To be gleaned from this, and certainly a lot of questions that we have. But the family saying
Oh,
they have
no.
received a message, and I will say that's the third message that's been posted. The first two videos asked for proof of life. I didn't hear that in that message there. The new video was posted one day after authorities confirmed that a new message was obtained in relation to the investigation into the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie. Standing by is Taylor Wirtz. Taylor is a reporter with Fox 10 Phoenix. Fox 10, of course, has been covering this story every day. And Taylor, this is the third time we've heard from the Guthrie family themselves on social media.
Yeah, Austin, it is. As you said, it is noteworthy that this time they did not specifically mention the first message and the second. They were very adamant, very desperate that they needed proof of life before anything could be done. This message, it seemed to carry a little bit more of a somber tone. I know there was speculation early on in the first video that they were talking directly to Nancy's supposed kidnapper. In this one, it felt very clear that they were, saying, we understand. What do they understand? There's obviously a lot of questions with that there. And using the word celebrate if they could get her back is also an unusual term. So I think this video is giving all of us a lot more questions than answers, but it seems to be very clear that they're talking to someone specific. We know that at least one ransom note has been ruled out as bogus, one person out of California arrested for that, but it seems like investigators are having to act like at least one of these notes is real, or at least the family is at this point.
Taylor, we have been sporadically hearing from officials on camera. Have we heard anything from police today?
They just put out a general statement today, no press conference or anything like that. We have seen those throughout the week, and typically a lot of times they've just given us the update, still no big news yet. Today they just said that,
I mean, if the rules were like you're going to pay by this time and this date, and and she'll be alive, like maybe they're also just thinking like that's what it said in the rules, so we're thinking that she's not alive, so we understand, and we got your message. I don't know. I don't know what that would be. I think that would be that there was something that was left at the house, and if you go back in and you look at that you'll find, something. And I guess that's your proof of life, or I don't know.
they are not honing in on any specific suspects or vehicles at this time. They said, any investigations that you see are pretty routine, pretty normal, which is interesting because we know that Fox News Digital reported on a nearby Circle K that investigators seem to be honing in on, and the staff told Fox Digital that they were looking through some surveillance video there. So no idea if they were looking for a specific person or a specific vehicle, but that is interesting that the sheriff is still saying at this time there are no suspects.
My understanding is you've been in the neighborhood today, and did you talk with neighbors?
It could also be to confuse them, thinking like, wait, what are they talking about? Like, we didn't reach out. Like, we haven't reached out. I would not go by the playbook here. This is way outside the playbook. So why would you go with but there is no fucking playbook. When someone says there's a playbook, how is there a playbook? There isn't a playbook. This is your mother. And somebody says that they have her. And if they said, hey, the Apple Watch that we left was in the refrigerator, okay, that's how you know that we took her. Like, how the fuck would we know that? You can either think that we're law enforcement because we processed the scene and we were there, okay, and that's how I would know about it, or it's because I took her, right? But yeah, if the Apple Watch was just on the, I don't know, charger, to say like, yeah, we left her watch on the charger, no. I would think that that'd be pretty significant to me. If you're telling me where you left something in that note, I would have paid. But I would also think that the people that would be wanting the money would probably be saying, listen, I cannot communicate with you any further. Okay. And I would just be blunt about it. I want my money and you want your mom. Therefore, any more communication will result in that not happening because I'm not getting caught. Say it. The proof of life and the proof and that we're real is X, Y, and Z. I guess you could have taken a Polaroid and took a picture of her and like when you were there and left it. You know, there's going to be no way to trace a Polaroid. Could they have left a walkie-talkie type device? They could have recorded on something and that they found what they told them to go back in for. That's what it 1000% means to me, is that the FBI told them to ask for proof of life. You do not pay without proof of life. She's going to be dead anyways. That's what they told them. Or don't pay. And you can pay this amount and you can have her what? We'll give you her body. I mean, that's the most fucked up shit, right? I would have paid. And I cannot believe that they didn't pay. I'm just fucking like, there's no way. I would have sat there and said to the FBI, like, I don't care. We pay. You guys trace the money. That's not what you guys do. You guys have all this shit, right? I would have paid. Who cares? Who cares if you lose the money? Right? Who cares? You lose the money. And your mom still dies. Who cares? That means you just lost the money because that's your only chance, though, to get her back. Based on the terms that were provided. And then I'd be able to tell the world that we paid without proof of life, but we paid because what else are we going to do? But then are they saying, oh, this is what other people then are just going to go do? They're just going to pull this off and be able to go do this to other people? No, you can't just. My mom isn't worth what your mom is, right? Because I don't have. Yeah, Lana, give me 10 mil in Bitcoin. Yeah. I couldn't do if I wanted to. Okay. But you're going to sit here and tell me that people are telling Savannah that, hey, you cannot pay because then this is what they're going to do to everybody else that has money. They're going to just go saying, hey, we're going to go take other people's wealthy parents.
We've talked with a few. Obviously, it is,
I don't
as I'm
think
sure
that's
you're aware,
gonna
quite
happen,
a
but
media circus out here. So a lot of neighbors, rightfully so, are, used to reporters coming and going. So a lot of
I mean, I would have told the feds to go fuck off. And I would have given, I'd give my, you can have all my money. Because guess what? I'm just going to go make some more. Okay. Like, I don't care about the money. Even if I don't get her back, I'm still going to give it all up for that opportunity. Right. But to think that someone's going to tell me, no, you cannot do that. You don't understand. Well, then at the beginning of this, you should just tell me that this is a recovery mission. That this is a recovery mission. Like that there is no such thing as ransom then, because it's then they were never trying to make any money. Then their purpose was never money. But the feds are just gonna lie to you, like they lied to every fucking buddy, but they went ahead and used a script from a movie to put into their 4-minute video. For someone to have to make a video to tell them. But okay, let me be honest with you. Ready for this? Let's be real. Why did they even do this video? Why did they even do the second video? Why not just pay the second video on Monday, or the amount on Monday? Why did you need to do that video? Why do you need to tell all of us that you chose not to pay the ransom for Thursday night, right? Because now you're willing to pay. I mean, why tell us? Why not just just don't tell us anything, right? Don't tell anybody anything, and you pay the money on Monday. Why this video? You don't need to tell them that you're going to meet the demands. You didn't tell them that with the first video. That's the only thing that I think is weird. This video, you do not have to tell them that, hey, we're going to pay you. Just pay. And then how about this? Pay yesterday. What's going on? Why didn't you pay before? I mean, were the demands like $100 million alive, or on Monday, $10 million, so you can, you know what I mean? But regardless, why are you telling I think this is more psychological. Yeah, why wait for a date? I think they're buying time for the feds. This is totally, that's exactly what they just did right there. Fuck, god damn it, Lana. It took you a couple minutes to think about it. They just bought the feds time to let them know, like, hey, we're going to pay. We're going to pay you on Monday. Don't pack up and leave yet from where you're at. Well, they can go wherever. Well, but we need to get our mom. So wait, like, we're going to still meet the demands. So we need to get our mom. They just bought themselves 48 hours. That's how I see this now. The kidnappers made this public. What? I would have paid on Thursday. I would have paid.
We received your message and we understand.
On social media moments ago.
We received your message and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
So that's
very valuable to us, and we will pay peace to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay have peace. This is very valuable to us. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
I wouldn't think that you would need to look down for that.
To return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
So that's the short clip that was posted moments ago. A lot of context to be gleaned from this. And
one of Nancy's friends joking that a lot of people knew Nancy more than Savannah. They said that if you lived in this area, it was impossible not to have heard of Nancy. Obviously, the town is very proud of Savannah. You know, she's co-hosting the Today Show. They've done episodes where they've come back to her hometown to meet everybody. So I think a lot of people are very aware that Nancy.
She does this for a living. I'm just thinking that the last thing is that you're going to say is maybe she didn't want to mess up by saying she's very valuable to us. So she had to make sure that she said it the way that it was. This is very valuable to us. But she looked down for a reason because she just wanted to say that last part perfectly. That's what that tells me. Do we know how they're supposed to get the kidnapper the money? Bitcoin. I think this is clearly political. Okay. I think this is clearly political. But I'm saying that with the victimology, okay, great, you got that. But guess what? The feds were on this case. With the sheriff, they brought in the feds, go back and check the date and follow the evidence. They were not able to literally track down this moving vehicle in that area that would have left at that time with the flock cameras that they have. They tracked down Michael McKee pretty quick.
She lived here and she was kind of a local celebrity.
Taylor Wirtz reporting for us in southern Arizona. Thank you.
Thank you, Austin.
So we will keep the audience informed if we hear of an.
This is absolutely it's just. I don't know why they felt the need to go out and do that last little saying, except they just bought the FBI time. They're trying to keep the people where they are. They're trying to say that before they make, I mean, I don't know. How about this? How are you going to return her? How are you going to return her?
Imminent police update. We will let you know. The FBI's tip line, by the way, is on your screen. 1-800-CALL-FBI.
You're going to give some coordinates, right?
The last post I saw from the Pima County Sheriff's Department's Twitter account.
Horrible.
They posted on X this. They say, we currently do not have any press briefings scheduled for the Nancy Guthrie investigation. This was posted 6 hours ago. They say if something breaks, we will call one immediately and email our media partners as well as post on X. Sheriff Nenos is also not granting any interviews at this time. Of course, the understanding here is that the police know more than we know. Time will tell when the next major update will come from the Pima County Sheriff's Department. We'll let you know as soon as we know. We'll also let you know if we hear anything from the FBI or if we see any more social media posts on the Guthrie.
I would, why, why not at this point just start sending like even, I don't know, $5 to that address? Start bombarding it. Start making like mass deposits of like every 10 minutes, $100. This could have been also a way to test out technology too. It all comes down to the motive of the person that took her. If the motive was to get money, if the motive was, what was the motive here? They wanted proof of life, we'll pay. But how come they didn't say that in the video that they did the first time? Why didn't they say in that video that they would pay proof of life and we'll pay? Why didn't they say that in the first video? I think that's bizarre. But now you're going to say that you'll pay for her body, though. But you weren't going to pay for her to be alive? Send us proof of life. We will pay.
Savannah Guthrie and her two siblings, Annie and Cameron, release another heart-wrenching, painful video pleading for the return of their 84-year-old mother. Let's watch.
We received your message and we understand. We beg you now to return our mother to us so that we can celebrate with her. This is the only way we will have peace. This is very valuable to us, and we will pay.
As you know, an initial ransom note from a purported kidnapper or kidnappers demanded millions in Bitcoin for Nancy Guthrie's return and laid out two deadlines, one of which passed at 5 p.m. on Friday. The other deadline, the FBI said, comes on Monday. Now, yesterday, investigators said they were reviewing a new message in the case. That one, like the first, was received by a news station here in Tucson, which said it contained this second message: no proof of life and no deadlines. Investigators returned to the Nancy Guthrie home late yesterday. Among other things, they towed away an SUV, a blue Subaru, as far as we could see. That has now been brought here to the Pima County Sheriff's Department. Drone video also showed deputies and agents searching the property once again using flashlights as part of that search. Now, I want to bring in now Fox News contributor Ted Williams, former D.C. police detective and defense attorney. Ted, great to have you here on set with us at the Sheriff's office. First of all, the news tonight, that gut-wrenching video we've seen. What did you make of it, Ted?
Jonathan, it was shocking.
There's my boy. There he is. God, I love this man.
I really was not able to comprehend it. You could look at this video in several different ways. It certainly, one thing we know about Savannah, she's a media personality. She knows how to speak plain, clear language. And I didn't see that there. And there were several things I must say to you, Jonathan, that stood out to me. One, this is the only way we can have peace. And then to say, this is very valuable to us and we will pay. You don't talk about your mom in that way.
Thank you. And then he said the same thing I just said there. I said, why'd she have to look down at that one point? Like, I was like, that's really weird. Love him. I agree. She just doesn't have to, those couple sentences, she'd be able to know, like, that.
If your mom is still here, this is very valuable. You would say something like, we love our mom. Our mom is very valuable
Yeah,
to
our
us,
mom.
and we will pay. And you would make those kinds of arrangements. And so I'm
Exactly. That's why I said off the rip. I'm like, why are they saying this is very valuable? Like, what are you talking about? This is very valuable to us. Like, our mom is very valuable to us. Don't say this.
disturbed and concerned.
It was as you watched
Maybe
that video, and
fucked
when
up.
we first watched it, when it popped up, we're all trying to pass the language, and I think we have to leave it to our viewers to. Everybody can look at that. Everybody can
love
make of
Ted
it what they
Williams.
will, but the pain was writ large on Savannah's face. I noticed Annie seemed to be struggling to hold herself together, sobbing. Cameron, the brother, stoic as we have seen. What about the approach, though? The direct appeal, we will pay. Smart.
Why wouldn't there be that? You guys, it doesn't make any sense. You don't need to tell the world about this. You don't need to tell the world that, maybe they don't think that maybe they think that the person that actually wrote the crap isn't that they don't really have their mom, there is that still possibility that the person that actually, sent that in, that this is not real.
Move.
Well, it's a smart move if, in fact, you're saying, hey, look, you have my mom, and I'm sorry she's dead, but we want her back. I believe that there was some communication and some contact from the possible abductors, and if she's no longer here, they made some kind of an excuse as to what took place. And this is the reason that I believe Savannah says, we understand. She's trying to let them establish a rapport, but more than anything else, she wants her mother back alive, but if not alive, she wants her mother's body.
Now, in these situations, will the FBI, in your view, have been a part of crafting the language of?
We understand. We understand that she didn't make it. But what you have is still very valuable to us, and we are willing to pay. So that could be it too, is that she didn't make it, and we understand, but what you still have is still very valuable to us. We will pay.
All of these video messages that they put on Instagram, the family?
Jonathan, absolutely. I believe that family has worked part and parcel with the FBI or law enforcement per se, and that law enforcement.
God, why did? They could have said, when we sent that message, she was fine. She didn't make it. Our second deadline is still, you have who knows. This is awful.
Part and parcel of the making out and these various messages and drafting them up.
So where do we go from here, Ted? I mean, this is an investigation which has not run as smoothly as it could have done out of the county sheriff's office. It struck me that over the last few days, while jurisdictionally, obviously, the Pima County Sheriff's Department is still the lead agency, the FBI clearly taking a much stronger control of what is happening in terms of the investigation. You see that continuing going forward?
And I see it very, very much continuing. I think after that second note is when the FBI took over, came in.
Also, I think that maybe they felt like, hey, we need to get this out now, because if they did communicate somehow, hey, we don't want them to pack up their bags and like get out of Dodge. We want our mom still, so let's damn, you know, that's the only thing that makes sense to me. If you're gonna come out and do what you just did there, you're doing that because we don't run. Like, still give us, like, we will pay. Just tell us where she's at. What do you want? We'll pay. I mean, this is just awful. You guys, people use Uber all the time. Okay? People use Uber all the time. She came over in an Uber. Okay? She went home to go back home. Okay? Do you guys understand how older people are? How do you guys not understand how grandma is? All right? They like to do things on their own. If you tell them what to do, they get, okay? If my grandfather or grandmother wanted to go ahead and order themselves an Uber, okay? They would, I'm sorry, that's just how it is. Or, hey, they were going to drive over and then they ended up taking an Uber and you're just like, well, mom, dad, I would have come pick you up. Like, what are you doing? Like, no, stop it. It's so easy. Like, it's just, like, that's how they are. But when they left, when she went to go home, she didn't leave in an Uber to go home. They took her home. Okay. I think that anybody that's talking about why Savannah's mother, Nancy, went in an Uber is like, that is a knock to her. That's what she wanted to do. Nobody was like, mom, like, I'm not coming to pick you up, put your ass in an Uber. Like, that's not how it was at all. And to even be thinking about that, like, that's just, then I guess maybe you don't have a mom or a dad that's older, or maybe you don't have grandparents that are older. But they want to do their way, you know? And I think we're all just like, you know, imagine how we're going to be one day. Oh no, don't burden yourself. Like, trust me, it's fine. Don't leave the house to come pick me up and I'll be there. Like, or you don't even have that conversation. You just like show up and they're like, mom, what do you mean? I was supposed to come pick you at 6:30. What are you doing? Oh no, it's fine. I just, you know, I finished early and so I just grabbed an Uber and came on over.
Took the blue vehicle from Nancy's home, went up on that roof, found some information, and took that. I think the FBI is clearly involved. And the big question is, where do we go from here? The ball may very well be in the court of the abductors, and they're waiting for some kind of a response and communication.
Right. Stick with us for a moment, Ted. I want to bring in Joe Cardinale, retired NYPD lieutenant, who is also with us. Joe, again, let's get to the big news of the night, this Instagram video. What do you make of that, Joe?
I have to agree with Ted to a large degree, because the language that they're using is not that of somebody that would say, please don't hurt her, please don't do this, please don't do that. It's apparently they're in control, they know it, and at this stage of the game, they have to play by the rules that are being set by whoever these persons are. So the investigation is going on from so many different aspects right now. They're still pinging the towers. They're still going back to that day. It's a desolate area, so they're not that desolate, but it's just not as congested as you would have in New York City. So it'll be a little easier to get the pings, on their phones. But the message that's being sent tonight is a clear one. They want their mother back. That's the bottom line. They are a religious family. You know that from the prior,
Yeah, dead or alive, we want our mom back, but that message is not about being alive.
Talks about this and everything. They expected
Let's put
her
it this way: if that message is about somebody still alive, then hell help the FBI. Okay, whoever crafted that letter for a person that's still alive should be fucking fired. Okay. Unless your job was to try to confuse the people so there was more communication, like maybe if they think that we're confused here and we didn't get the message or something, and we're confused, so say this to them because it's going to be confusing. But whoever wrote that, in my opinion, I think if she's not dead, then they should be fired.
church.
That's just what
Savannah's,
I think. They
big
suck.
into her faith.
They suck.
And this plays into it big time. They want their mother back. And I'm not going to be the one to say under any conditions, but it's getting pretty dire as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, and Joe, I just want to point out to our viewers as we look at you screen right there and now look at me on the left of the screen, that is live pictures from one of our drone cameras. 2 sheriff's vehicles, as we understand it, have just shown up at Nancy Guthrie's house. We don't.
Look at this JLR. Is that JLR? Oh my God, what is he doing? JLR, what are you doing? Oh my God.
What their purpose is. It may once again be.
That's totally his white legs. Look at those JLR.
Simply a traffic control kind of measure there. We don't know if any sheriff's deputies are heading back onto the property and if they are going to be joined.
Sometimes, you guys, when the moment strikes where you have to laugh about something, there you go. I'm telling you, that is 1000% JLR right there. His red mesh shorts and his white legs. Okay. He lives in Florida. And I'm like, JLR.
By any FBI agents at this point. But Joe, talking of the sheriff.
What is he doing?
Sheriff's department here. How do you see the investigation having played out so far? Obviously, as the sheriff here, Chris Nones, has admitted himself, he is open to some Monday morning quarterbacking. Do you think he's done everything to the best ability here, or do you see the real need for the FBI to take control of all of this?
Oh, there's a
Is he
clear,
live right now?
path for the FBI to take this. I mean, this isn't a large department. I'm sure they've never.
Okay, if he's live right now, we're gonna go look at JLR's coverage. JLR, I'm gonna send you a super chat, buddy. JLR investigates. Yep, was he live earlier? Oh, here we go. He was live. So this is him earlier.
So we're going to kind of give you a boots on the ground perspective. Hopefully,
is this his one from earlier?
I will kind
of.
Her brother Cameron and her sister.
So there we go. JLR doing nighttime. Oh.
My really crazy. Yeah, it is crazy. It's like a light ordinance or about somebody trespassing. Yep. I think he called the police about somebody trespassing. There could have been somebody on the property. Who knows?
Yep, that was him. That's that view right there. There he is. There he is. JLR. Boots on the ground. There he goes. Look at that. He gets closer. Come on, JLR, get closer. Wait, who is that? Who are these people? What the heck's going on around here?
I think the guy called the police. I think he called the police about somebody trespassing. Yep. I think he called the police about somebody trespassing. There could have been somebody on the property.
Oh my God, what are these people doing? Somebody's trespassing. Jesus. Who knows? I have no idea. Go earlier to Brian Etten trying to counsel him about the flashlight ordinance. God, I would tell Brian, you better back up some before I take this flashlight. You know what? Deliver us from evil. Amen.
Holy smokes, look how dark it is.
There's a flashlight ordinance? What?
Nothing out here. Look.
Look at.
Look. There's nothing. You can't see nothing.
Look at how dark it is.
It's going to get a little bit darker.
No wonder why they're getting away with this.
Look.
Look at that. Holy shit. He cracks me up, man. I'm sorry, but I fucking love him.
I'm gonna turn the light off for just 30 seconds. Look at this.
Look at this. Turn the light off.
This is no joke.
This is bad.
This is how the whole area up here in the Catalina foothills, all on these side roads. This is what it's like once it gets dark.
Dude, how many do people run
Now,
over?
say, for instance, this is a car going past in the morning.
Yep, that's a white Honda Elantra all day.
Do you think some house that's far over is going to catch anything on that car?
Yeah, that was a Honda Accord. Look at that.
You might get kind of an idea maybe what kind of car it is, but most of these homes are even further off the road. They're not on the road. Nighttime vision ring cameras. Share this video out, please, folks. Here is the truth. Here's the truth here. All right, I'm going to head back the other way, but
That's pretty dark, man.
Ow. Yo, this stuff's vicious. These prickers are like 2 inches long, like nails. Brian N.
There's Brian N. How much shit did he bring with him? Is that all his stuff?
How are you?
How are you? There he is.
My chat calls you the GOAT.
What'd you say?
My chat calls you the GOAT. The GOAT, the greatest of all
that's
time.
awesome. Thank you.
My chat loves
Thank
you.
you very much.
Oh,
Thank
my
you.
chat.
Everywhere, Brian.
You're
You're,
gonna need that flashlight out here.
it's
gets really
crazy.
dark. Yeah.
It is crazy.
It's like a light ordinance or something, so they can't.
So you can't use the flashlight.
I don't even know actually, but I know there's like a strict ordinance because of the stars and stuff.
So how long are you gonna be here for? Like as long as
Till the end, yeah.
till the end. Me too.
Yeah.
But
hopefully it's soon and she's
we-
okay.
it's-
Me too. Maybe you guys should room.
go home, wrap it up. I think she's alive.
I hope so.
I hope so, too.
really hope. What an amazing thing.
I think
You
she's
did amazing
alive.
work as always, and it's always good to see you.
I
And
appreciate
be
that.
safe,
Thank
and
you.
our viewers love you.
Thank
And they do great work.
Thank you.
Thank you. You have a good day, Brian.
You have a good day, Brian. You have a good day, JLR. Can you imagine me and JLR's conversation? Brian, you didn't chum it up
He
enough.
said he's going to be here to the end.
Watch for the
How long is
snakes.
the end?
No, he said that's what he said. That's what
You haven't responded.
wow.
We are to the end too, right? I gotta rest my hand a minute. I'm not gonna end the stream yet, folks. I just think I'm gonna keep it here.
Okay, well, I'll see you the I feel like
There's
Somebody
someone with a flash.
Call them the fake report.
I feel like whenever you're doing peer pressure, it's not the pressure, it's just a safe picture.
This is just ridiculous. So sad.
Let's go keep it right. I'll be back in a second. I'm gonna just drink a little water.
Drink it up. Have a shot. What's the alcohol ordinance around there? Can you drink? Is it a Dora Street? Lana, you're the goat. I can only imagine me and JLR's conversations. This is when he got up in that guy's grill. I fucking love it. Why'd you call the cops? Why'd you do it? Maybe they took multiple cars. You know, when they left out of here, there was 4 cars. And then what cars are you going to follow? You know, I'm trying to think of how with the flock cameras, they're not able to. Maybe they had multiple, you know, black SUVs.
He's making a complaint about something. Somebody went on the property. He was pointing over there. Maybe he's complaining about the drones or something. He made a complaint.
He's got all up in his grill. Leave him alone. Look at where he's standing. Look at. Jeller's like, I got my Zoom on my brand new iPhone here. Fuck all you people. I can do this with my iPhone. I love it. He's filming. Everybody's filming. Look at everybody's filming. Look, oh wait, there's Brian Etten goes over there. Look at him. There he is. He's like, I gotta get B-roll. Look at everybody. They're all getting B-roll here. Only person with the balls to go up right next to that truck was JLR. He went up and got like, literally could kiss the man. Turtle Boy cried when JLR put the camera in his face. JLR tells everybody, he asks everybody, why'd you do it? Why'd you do it? Wait. Totally saw that. Did you see that when he showed up at the hotel and he knocked on the door? That was hilarious. He was like, I told JLR we're going back to Tennessee. Oh, there's Brian. What are they looking for? Zoom in, JLR. Zoom.
I think he's complaining about the drone.
We got the 409 down here. 10-4. Look at these people. Look at everybody's doing it.
Yeah, I think this is over the drones.
But where does he live?
Keeps pointing over there at the drone over there. And then also pointing at the house.
What's he complaining about? What's the problem? Nobody's what is he, what's going on? Who is this man?
I mean, if you lived in a property, somebody's flying drones over your house, what would you do? Be something else then.
Then JLR was trespassing. I think his camera will prove that he didn't trespass.
Dude, there's a huge media presence still out here. To me,
We're just checking in. Is there anything you can share with us? Nope, not a thing. There were no problems in the property, no trespassing or anything. No trespassing. So yeah, we're just coming and checking.
that's safe. Did you make the call?
No, we just come back periodically and do that.
Oh, you didn't make the call.
You're just checking security here at the house.
He said he didn't make the call. Right?
Can I have a word with you over here? Just the security checking, make sure everything was okay at the
Wait, what the fuck?
Can I have a word with you over here?
Your call?
No, we just come back periodically and do that.
Oh, you didn't make the call. Did you make the call?
No, we just come back periodically and do that.
Oh, you didn't make the call.
You're just checking security here at the house.
He said he didn't make the call. Right?
Can I have a word with you over here? Just the security checking, make sure everything was okay at the
What? Why didn't he let it roll?
Somebody might have told him, somebody might have called and said, I was trespassing. Dude,
What?
literally, somebody might have called and said, I was trespassing. I just talked to this shit.
Why do they know your name? They said John.
He's like,
They
no,
said
watch
John.
the live. So he's gone.
Like, no
People
JLR.
crazy.
Y'all good?
Yeah, it's cool. Somebody called and said, somebody's trespassing.
What?
Huh. Interesting.
Dude, they're trolling. Dude, they were trolling JLR. They called the police on him. Fuck that, man. These people are such fucking haters. Time to suck your dick, JLR. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Do you see anybody else get pulled out of there? All these motherfuckers are here.
Have you seen us trespass? No.
Get out of here. This is what happens. And guess what? Next time we see, like, go ahead, call on Brian Enton. Go ahead, call on any one of these people.
So we went around and told nobody to trespass.
Yeah. Fucking babies.
Did we trespass when JLR investigates? No.
No. And you got the
They're out.
freaking video to show it. You got the video to show it. Babies. Reminds me of when I was in Idaho. Fucking so many jealous hoes out there. Oh my God, Lana won't talk to me, so I'm gonna call the police on her. Oh my God, Lana won't have my baby.
False report. False report.
So was it the?
I don't know what it was. He was just like, he knew my name. I
Yeah.
think somebody called.
He knew my name. Exactly, JLR. Be proud of that. He knew my name.
He's acting like he didn't call. So it might have been somebody watching maybe one of my streams, kind of like a SWAT
One of-
type of
yeah.
deal, maybe saying there's people trespassing.
One of those SWAT type videos. Exactly. Haters. You guys are such pathetic fucks, man.
Somebody watching maybe one of my streams, kind of like a SWAT type of deal, maybe saying there's people trespassing.
Oh, and so they were
He was saying, we watched your feed, we didn't see nobody trespassing, but want to remind everybody here, don't trespass on
Gotcha.
property. That's what he was saying, more or less. Because he said he didn't call.
Yeah.
So,
But I guess
somebody maybe
but they-
watched the stream or something and
but
said
they
people
said-
are trespassing.
but
That's what I
they-
think. I don't
so
know.
they just came up to you and said,
Yeah.
"Hey, we're just letting you know."
Well, you knew my name. You knew my name. He's like, I just want to remind you, no trespassing. Well, sir, we broadcast everything.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said. I said, watch my feed.
I think that was somebody making a SWAT. He said he didn't call.
Yes, I want to call for the records department down there. I want to place a records. Can I do a FOIA for you guys? I want to call for a FOIA request. Do you guys have a records department there? Yeah, I just want to. Yeah, I want to. Yeah, public records. It's just for any calls that came in. I would just say like a 3-hour period tonight for 911 and like non-emergency. And I can actually give you the name of the person they would have been calling on. It might limit it down. So do you guys do that? Do you want me to put it in through the website? Yeah, I can do that. Well, I'm interested in to know, like, you can redact like addresses, phone numbers, but I'm looking for the name of the person that called to report Jonathan Lee Riches for trespassing. Okay, I'll place that. Thank you so much. Appreciate your help. Hold on, guys. Fuck around and find out, bitch. I got you, JLR. I'm on it. What a bunch of pussies. Let's see who called 911.
That was crazy. Somebody lied. We'll find out who made the call. Public records request.
There it is.
We'll find out who made the call.
Yeah. He's like, public records. JLR, I got you, baby. That is awesome. Yeah, great. Hell yeah, JLR.
No,
Listen to that.
Made the call. Public records request. We'll find out who made the call.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. We're gonna find out. Well, what a bunch of just hoes. Dude, I'll get rowdy. That's some bullshit. That to me is, you should sue over that. You wanna know why? You are interfering with my civil liberties, with my ability to make a living. You think you're gonna call and make a false fucking police report on my ass? And I'm just gonna be okay with that? No. No, I'm not. And a lot of people found out. And I drug the fuck out of them. Stay the fuck out of my lane. I don't come into anyone else's lane. Go make your own lane. Hell yeah, JLR. And when I see something, I say something. That's bullshit. They're messing with his ability to make a living. You don't do that. We have civil liberties. You do not get to impede on my civil liberties. And somebody just tried to impede on JLR's civil liberties.
No, I don't think that guy called. I think somebody else did. Somebody was watching the stream. But he was talking to other people too. He wasn't just talking to me. Like, but he knew my name. But it was weird. It's like, all of you. I'm gonna remind everyone, no trespassing. So I think somebody called and just said, hey, a bunch of people are trespassing. Crazy.
Yeah, but why'd they stop him? Why would they stop him? That's something that pisses me off. Like, I didn't see law enforcement talk to anybody else but him. And then they know him by name. Hey, John. You know, he never says, "Hi, my name's John" on his lives. He says JLR all the time. Right there by him saying, "Hey, John," that tells me they already ran him. Do you understand that? They ran his name. That's some bullshit. It's pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Don't worry, I'll out the motherfucker. JLR was a good show. Did not like
False reports.
I look at it this way, guys. Everyone's gonna have an opinion, okay? I don't try to put off false shit. If I say something and it's my opinion, great, awesome. But we all are gonna have different opinions on something. It's a matter of like at least being able to have that conversation. And so for me, I don't care what your opinion will ever be. I care about how you want to go about, finding out. Do you care about your opinion being right or wrong? Hey, we can all have opinions on a case. My opinion on cases compared to JLR's are totally different. Oh my God, he thinks Karen Reed's guilty. I think Karen Reed's innocent. Okay. But I value his work ethic and I value if I value what I'm doing the same thing, right? I value my career choice. Okay. So, anybody who says like that you don't like somebody, like it's like, hey, I just don't agree with them the majority of the time, but hell do I get a good chuckle out of JLR, and hell, I'm a member of his channel and I'm not a member of just anybody's channel. It was for like, hey, I'm paying for something. He's going and doing a bunch of stuff. And this was back in the beginning when I ever first knew about him. And then he did the same thing. Like if I was boots on the ground somewhere, like he legit sent me a Cash App. Hey, can I use a clip from your video? Sent me a Cash App about it. There's just ethics and, hey, he has his right to his opinion. If you want to cover the story though, cover it on all cylinders, that's because that's just how I feel like mainstream media, like don't just put out one narrative, put out the whole thing. Let us decide. Okay. But you're deciding for us when you only cover cases from one perspective. And that's just only from the police perspective. In a case that's like high questioning of the corruption, you're not going to go out there and try to cover it a different way. I just think that tells you a lot about how you choose to cover things that, hey, I want to be able to decide for myself.
Everything was on easement and everything was on the side of the road. We know what we're doing. All right, so out here, I want to go one more stroll up the street just to show you how dark it is. Might as well while we're out here.
It is. You can't. Well, to make it, that's not. You have to actually like file like a police report. But yeah, if somebody filed a false police report, but you're also not supposed to get people swatted. There's just this is civil though. But I was saying what happened to him here. I would sue them. I'd sue them. Fuck, they probably got a ton of money too. JLR, sue them. JLR has sued so many people. I think it's in the world record book of Guinness World Records. Sue him. JLR, fuck him. He sued so many people. I love it. That's bullshit. It's super dark there. It's this situation is like nothing we've ever seen. I've never seen a round the clock ransom demand. I don't think ever that I've ever covered. And then before I've ever like had a channel, I just cannot remember anything that comes close to this up until the 1995 movie Ransom with Mel Gibson. I made Bella watch Ransom, and then she made me watch Deliverance. Okay, like I was like, what the fuck? That's how our movie choices went. I was like, I want to watch Ransom. Okay. What do you want to watch? Deliverance. What? What the fuck? I was like, when was that movie made? 1972. I said, oh dear Jesus. So that's just wow. I'll watch that with you if you watch this with me. Like it's like, what? And you want to know why she wanted me to watch Deliverance is because I'm covering the Holly Bobo case. And I said, what the fuck is wrong with you? She's like, this is the shit that's going on in that town you want to cover. Deliverance, go watch it. And I was like, what? That's why she picked it. She said, you want to cover that Holly Bobo case, you better go watch Deliverance. So that was our conversation. But this, I don't think they're. I don't know if she's gonna make a comeback from this for her career. Would you ever want to be on TV again? This sucks. Yeah. The only reason I would have flipped the script is because if I believe that this happened with more than one person, and then if you could try to get those people to like flip on each other. I don't know, your guys' thoughts, final thoughts here. Jerry Springer's Final Thoughts. You guys remember that? Was it Jerry Springer that did Final Thoughts? Whose show was Final Thoughts? I think it's Jerry Springer's show, right? Jerry's Final Thoughts. Let me see if I'm right about that. Jerry. Yep, Jerry Springer's Final Thoughts. It is. I was right. The wildest shit that Jerry Springer would ever have on his show. So final thoughts. Every time I always get off from covering Nancy's case, like within an hour, if not like 5 minutes, something breaks. So, but what was his bouncer's name? His bouncer's name, he then started a show because it was they started chanting his name when he would break up the fights. Oh God, he had his own show too. Was it Steve Steve Wilkes? Was it Steve Wilkes or something? Yeah, it's Steve. It's like Steve, like Steve Wilkos or something. Yeah. Why we know this shit is just bad. I told you, put me on your team for trivia, we will never lose. But then I asked myself, why do I know this stupid shit? All right. Final thoughts, though. I don't think I'm hoping that. God, I'm hoping that they just that they're able to get their mom back. You know, the nightmare ends, and I don't think the nightmare is ever going to end. But can you imagine, like, if that was like your grandma? Like, who takes Who takes an 84-year-old woman? I think that's where I would just be like, you're not playing with the right deck of cards. You're not playing with a deck. Anybody that wants that they like, that's maybe the FBI got them believing that, that listen, this person took an 84-year-old. Okay. We're not dealing with I don't think they're gonna get caught. That's my final thoughts. My final thoughts is that they're not gonna get caught. These people are gonna get away with this. Because I think the FBI is thinking about a ton of different things right now. They want to know why this happened, and if it was to try to see like intelligence wise what we, if it was a way to get intelligence information to see what we're capable of doing and finding out. I don't know. I agree with that. You have to be prepared to take an 84-year-old. Yep. Perp is a college man. Again, this is your guys' final thoughts for this episode. So it's, if this is political, they will get what they want. JLR is back live. What's he talking about? I think this is really well planned. I think this is multiple people. I think, well, think about this. Do you think that they were talking to her at all? Do you think that they talked to the mother at all? Do you think that they were having conversations with her at all? Were they feeding her? Was she alive when she left there? They were feeding her. They were taking care of her. Did they have any conversations? Were they trying to get any information out of her? Like, what does her mom know? I think we should really sleep on the whole letting the public know that they're going to pay. They didn't tell us before that they weren't going to pay. We're not going to pay unless there's proof of life. They didn't say, but hey, they want the public to know that they're going to pay to have their mom, basically her remains, her body. I think you're right. They are stalling for the feds. That's definitely top 3. Law enforcement and feds are back at Annie's house. Are they going to do another video? See what I tell you guys. The moment that I say, like, I'm going to leave, I'm going to call it a night. Hey guys, we've just, now the authorities are back at Annie's house. So I'm not going to leave. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go to Annie's house. Let's see what we got.
Yeah, a lot longer than last night. Last night they were only here for like 5 minutes. Dark out here. Authorities have arrived to the house here. sheriffs at the house of Annie and Tommaso, or authorities, some sort of agency, something like that. So, looks like some sort of search warrant going on or something.
Search warrant?
They're back at the house.
How does he know that?
Last night they were here for about 5 minutes. Now they're here again. They just came here about 30 minutes ago. These are white vehicles.
I love how he's whispering to us. You guys excited for the Super Bowl tomorrow? Everyone's like, wait, Super Bowl? What?
Search warrant? Search warrant? Just a random visit at 9 o'clock at night? What do you think? 8:30? 8:30. They probably rolled in here after it got dark. Look, they're taking pictures. There's flashes in there. You can see him taking pictures.
What is he doing?
It's like lightning flashes.
You guys have no idea what's going on. We're just,
People
let's
in the
see.
chat, I am at Annie and Tommaso's home. Savannah's sister.
I'm rooting for the Browns in the Super Bowl.
Honestly, pretty much everything I've heard.
This is his camera's on a tripod. JLR, walk around. What the hell is this, JLR? I feel like this is the PA stakeout again. The manhunt for the guy that escaped prison. And he army crawled and crawled the wall to get out of there. Remember that? Yes.
All right, so we're just gonna hold steady here and find out what they come out with. Bags, boxes. They're in there taking pictures. I seen pictures being taken through you can see them in the house. The house is completely pitch black right now.
What? I'm under the impression that they're not staying there. This is everything that doesn't make sense. They're not staying there. I think that Annie and they're not staying there. So maybe they went in there to get some type of devices with a search warrant, but I don't think that they're in there. I thought they were all staying together, and it's not at this place, and it's not, it's.
All right, we're gonna see what's going on, folks. See what's going on.
Lana, they are all saying
there's a few people out here. The media starting to arrive. There's some media people out here. There's a few media out here. The media is starting to arrive.
Lana, all they are saying is that they didn't get proof of life, but they are going to pay anyway, no matter if she's dead or alive. They want her or her body back. And they're basically preparing for the worst.
Yeah, this is in their driveway, folks. Let me just pull out and scan out and just kind of show you, but it is pitch black out here. So
well, it was an epic fail.
So
okay, epic
this is their
fail.
security guard right here, right?
of
So,
to write it like that and say it like that,
in the because driveway, it looks like
how
two white
ex-feds are
vehicles,
interpreting it
one
is
white pickup.
not that. Think about that. The ex-feds, all the people that are like these spokespeople that are out here. I used to work for this, but all ex-feds, right? Mark Garagos is the only person that's saying that she's alive. Everybody else saying she's dead. So if they're saying they're paying regardless,
And look, they're flashing lights inside the house. You can see. Let's see if we can see.
Yep, those are pictures.
Look, flashlights.
I just saw them.
Luminol. What's that called?
No, it's not. No, those are pictures. They're taking.
Look, flashlights.
They're taking pictures.
Luminol.
But it doesn't make any sense whether they could turn lights on.
Off. Lights off. Maybe that's why they're doing it at night. Something's going down in here. They're taking pictures.
They processed her home to see if there was blood in there. You want to know what this tells me? This tells me that they were not able to track any cars. And the only car they have, like, that means that they were not able to track any cars out of there. And did one of them stay? They should be looking to see them leaving at 9:48, you know?
Outside the scene.
You also have to take things whenever you're going to take something. If you're serving a search warrant, you have to document how it was before, you know, you go and you touch anything or move anything, and then during it, after it, all of that. So
some more media have arrived. Pretty quick. Something is going on. Let me go over here and see if I can see anything in these windows. I'm on a public street, folks, just like the other media people. There's a bunch of media people here.
this is live. They could also, no, if you were blocked, I wouldn't be able to see that. They could also be doing this to throw off the people that are, you know, because everything's, they're going to play the media. Hey, we're going to play the media. So go and act like we're doing this, and, you know.
All right, so I'm just going to keep this. I'm going to keep this right here because it does show the vehicles, and we're just going to stand by and see what they're doing. I think they're taking pictures with the lights off. So some people are saying luminol.
I think it's interesting that he has good service out there. You know, that service out there is pretty solid. His phone has never, like, buffered. Interesting. I can't believe there's no street lights. That's how I like it, I guess. I don't know. It's just, this is bizarre. Like, to think that people are just, like, sitting around waiting and watching, like, your mother's, like this is like a real life movie. Like, we're in, like, this is like a movie.
Closed behind them.
We're watching, like, a movie.
So
I don't know how to explain it. This is the most I don't think this has ever happened in history. History of, like, life. You know, also,
it's going to stay until we find out what's happening here.
Also, we're over here just assuming that there's only one person that's kidnapped. You know, I'm telling you, what did she have a friend? There you go. Can you imagine just watching a clock just tick away?
It's Austin.
But then I think to myself, like, you don't have to watch a clock tick away, right?
At the daughter's
If
house.
you have a deadline of, like, you don't have to wait till the deadline to do anything. So why not just pay now? Why are you prolonging your misery? You know what I mean? This is miserable. This is like, this is gut-wrenching puke, like, nonstop.
So I just need you guys to roll on this VO I took, and then have someone edit and put it onto Latitude so Brian could use it. Okay.
You're buying time.
As long as we could roll on it and then let them know, the producers, someone's gonna jump on to edit it real quick. Dow TV YouTube.
It's actually really cool, like 2 or 3 apps you can have. So, yeah,
Just Annie's house, unmarked cars. Annie's house movement development update.
Yeah, folks, I definitely see flashes inside that house. I went down to the center of the house there, and I can faintly see them taking pictures of something. There's flashes that go flash inside there.
All right, I want to hit play. Should be about like a minute.
Taking pictures or something. It's interesting because it's nighttime that they chose to do this. They came in around 8 p.m. Mountain time.
The only thing that you would be doing to buy time, guys, is for the purpose to catch the people that are doing this. That's the only thing that the time is buying you. Is you are like, if you could pay right now. You could have paid, on Thursday. Okay, you're not going to give us proof of life. Okay, fine. Then we're going to pay. We're going to pay without the proof of life. I think I would have just said that, but then maybe they're like, well, there you go. Maybe they have to say it in a confusing way. So that they just don't kill her. But you would just pay right now. You would just pay right now. Why aren't you just paying right now? And the only reason that you wouldn't do that is because the FBI is telling you, listen, we're close. We're close.
Same thing last night, but last night they were only
Buy
here
us
for
for
like
12
5
hours.
minutes or so. So they've been here for
Buy us a couple more hours.
It could be getting close to an hour they've been here.
Woo! What? Why was somebody murdered at CVS?
Yeah, we'll just see what they come out with when they come out. It's 2 vehicles.
Bring Tommaso out in handcuffs yet?
He's not even in there. Like, nobody's in that house, just so we're clear, you guys. Nobody's in that house. If anybody's in that house, I'd be shocked. Okay? Nobody's in that house. They're all staying together, and they would be staying somewhere private, away from all of this shit. So whoever said that they bring him out in handcuffs yet, like,
You can hit some
ridiculous.
updates here. Some unmarked vehicles showed up. And things like this.
No, that's what I'm saying. They did. They told her part. And
I will also tell you this. It takes a lot longer to get federal warrants than it does to get warrants locally. So remember, you have to have probable cause for all this shit. I mean, I don't know how the families are working. Are they saying, like, you don't need to just go and take whatever the fuck you want? Like, you don't need a search warrant. You don't need shit. Or, like, I'll sign whatever you want. If that's the case, I mean, I don't know who showed up over here, but I could just tell you that if there's full cooperation, but I think these type of people would be like telling them, like, what if this is for some other reason? So no, you don't want to just give people like full reign at your shit. I don't know. What's the motive of why she was taken? If they were to investigate and look into Savannah, oh, hey, and Savannah's just like, I'm an open book, man. Yeah, take my phones, take whatever, and download them and download them. Are you kidding me? Are you on crack? She has a bunch of sources in her phone, like she's doing stories, and then all that stuff gets put out. I'm just saying, think about this. If you take the grandmother, there's a lot more to it. You can actually get your hands on all of their shit.
Movement, it's in Bit Central now, but someone needs to cut it into a VO.
They're at Annie's house, taking pictures in the dark. Taking pictures in the dark.
We haven't seen. I think the answer was 42 or 47. Yes, someone just needs to cut it because I showed it. 42. I know it's a 40 or something. They had it. Yeah. How many?
oh, great.
Thank you.
Is that Brett Payne?
Oh, there's
something.
Hey, it's awesome again. I just want to let you know that I put it back on the other camera, and I'm just gonna have it here, so make sure. Yeah, so I sent in a VO, but.
not have a warrant? Are they collecting evidence, taking pictures, blood splatters? What are they doing here? All I've seen thus far is flashes of light coming out of the house. I haven't seen it in the last 10 minutes or so. But there was light flashes as if somebody's like taking a picture with the lights off. Annie and Tommaso's home. It doesn't appear like they're here. They're somewhere. They're not here, but authorities are here.
It's interesting the vehicle that they came in. It doesn't look like a sheriff's vehicle. Like, were both of the vehicles? Did they drive up with both of those vehicles?
They get home of Annie and Tommaso, and there's some sort of search warrant going on. Authorities have arrived to the house here.
Those aren't the colors of the sheriff's office. That's what's interesting.
How long they're going to be there, we don't know what exactly they're up to. Do they have a warrant? Do they not have a warrant? Are they collecting evidence, taking pictures, blood splatters? What are they doing here? All I've seen thus.
Let's see what the police vehicles look like in that area.
See shadows coming in and out. That's kind of like us behind here because we have immediate, like if somebody with the media put their card.
Tucson Police Dispatch.
Light. You'll see like these movements, but it's just shadows, just us. What's that? Blocking our light. Blocking the spot.
Smart. I see what you guys do.
Get some light.
With the light. So
Yeah,
smart. Do you
great
want
idea.
more or no?
Yeah.
I could, like you prefer more light?
I'm trying to pull up the Tucson Police Dispatch. They got nothing. They got nothing. Imagine, okay, how about this? Imagine you actually witnessed somebody taking, your mother off, okay? You were actually able to witness it, and you're actually able to call, 911, right away. Don't you think they would catch her? Get them? That is what happened in the Holly Bobo case. God, that's just nuts to me that this happened while I was covering the Holly Bobo case. This is going to be back in the limelight. And it's dude, that story is such shit. So obvious.
Andy Johnson. Yeah. That was it. 2 reporters? Well, I think he's a photographer. He's a photographer, Andy Johnson. Approaching about an hour. They've been here about an hour.
Yeah.
And this is Annie and Tommaso's home. We're here about an hour now.
I just think it's crap. I want to know if both vehicles are law enforcement or whoever. Because that doesn't look like that. Looks like it's federal shit. That doesn't look like police and doesn't look like sheriff. So I know, but I don't have a way to play both. I can't play both screens. I think it's federal people that are there. We didn't get to see anybody go in. Before there was no cars there. Now these two vehicles are there. So there's a Chevy Silverado with shitty ass rims, and then looks like a Tahoe. Better rims. Maybe just as shitty. Black on black tinted windows.
Media keeps arriving. More and more cars are arriving.
It's already on set.
Did you see that? No, that was your story. That's ridiculous.
Focus is this. Yeah. Where the iris is. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Before their video.
It's just such a it's. I mean, they don't need to make a joke, but still, it's like not a great one. It's like a huge piece in here. You should find not here. I love it.
They bought the feds time. That's all they did. Feds told them that they were close. DOJ would have to be involved for them to be close. So if Trump is being serious about the DOJ being involved, you need lots of it'll happen a lot faster if the DOJ is involved, but otherwise it'll take a lot longer. So if Trump somehow was able to get the DOJ involved, I think that they did that to buy time. Now they're back over here.
For everyone in the chat, welcome aboard. JLR Investigates, boots on the ground.
Part of me thinks that they're over here so that the media is over here.
Tucson home authorities are here doing
Something's going on. It's not
inside.
here.
Something
So I personally think that something's going on. It has nothing to do with this place here. I think this is a decoy.
inside.
And so therefore I'm out.
Make sure you share the
Makes no sense. Makes no sense for them to be in a home if it's pitch black. That does not make any sense to me. I could see if you needed to do a couple things, but you're not going to be in the home the whole time, pitch black. So, fuck out of here. But with that said, join me back. Join me back. We'll be back at it tomorrow. Again, I think that was to buy time. I think that they're trying to say that they're close to being able to know who these people are, and they bought time with that message. So, this is awful. This is absolutely awful. This is awful for the United States of America. This is like the last time I remember watching something like this is 9/11. Like, just you're glued to the TV and it's just like, okay, that's like the last time I had like a feeling that I was ever like watching something like glued. You know what I mean? Like, All right, guys, sleep well, hug your loved ones, and we will be back at it tomorrow. Until next time, thank you, moderators. Thank you for everyone for being here. Again, prayers. This isn't how you handle things. If you see something, say something. Somebody out there knows what's going on. More than one person did this, so usually more than one person can't keep a secret. So let's H-Bag, good to see your sexy ass. All right, good night, guys.